Hello guys, my name is Elliot. Welcome to our favorite channel where we talk nothing but the updates about the Russian-Ukraine war and how things are progressing in the eastern side, the northern side, and the southern side of the Donbas region. Previously, I reported that there was a major breach by the Russian forces cutting H20 road. The highway was breached and Russia is now controlling that small part, but it's a very big achievement for the Russian forces. And remember that part, it links the north and the south of the Donbas. So today let's see how the developments are like, but there's still some more bad news as new breaches have been around Lyman. The Russian forces have taken the bulk of the area in the city, and they have also entered the city as well. Now fighting is heading towards the railway station, and there's no sign of Russian forces moving backwards. This is bad news for the Ukrainian forces, as they are now forced to further retreat more and more. The Russian forces have further moved outwards towards Seversk. However, this is an open space, but the Russian forces have to be careful against the Ukrainian drones. Looking at these breaches, these new developments are a problem because more and more of the available lines of communication for the Ukrainian forces to move troops and supplies to their front line are being closed. And at the moment, this new incursion will likely to cut Bakhmut from Lysychansk. And that will also close another road, M03, that stretches from Bakhmut westwards, which can also be used by the Ukrainian forces going to Lysychansk. And if this happens, it means the movement of the Ukrainian forces will be greatly restricted. They will be forced to use unfriendly terrains, the farmlands, the swamps, to support their front lines. As things stand, what can the Ukrainian forces do to keep the Russian forces at bay? There are a number of options. I'll just look at three options that the Ukrainian forces can use. The first one is to take the opportunity, because right now Russian forces are moving into farmlands which are more open. Ukrainian forces are very good at operating their drones, so they can use those drones to hit Russian tanks in the open fields. They can take out tanks, they can take out ammunition, they can take out service members. That will cause the Russian forces to slow down. And the second option is to fight back hard to cover Bakhmut. A breach on Bakhmut is a bad thing for the Ukrainian forces, because that will close two major roads that link to Lysychansk. So they have to be careful of how to cover up Bakhmut so that Russian forces will not get there easily. And the third one, there are two major bridges. One of them has a road and rail bridge, and the Ukrainian forces can blow up those bridges like what they did previously, and they have been doing that. That gives Russian forces some difficulties in crossing these big rivers, because there is a big river that the Russian forces will need to cross. So Ukrainian forces blowing up that bridge will give some hardships to the Russian forces, and they can be slowed down. From the north, around Kharkiv, Russian forces have made some more breaches, 2 or 3 breaches. The defense of the Ukrainian forces have been moved further backwards towards the south. The Russian forces are aiming to join the enclave from the north fragment and the south fragment that will encircle the Ukrainian forces around Lysychansk in between. But even though there are few Russian forces that are stationed to the north, but they are making some good gains from the north. This means that Lysychansk is now getting closer, enclosed, and is now being exposed. And remember, that's where most of the Russian forces are around. And this is bad news, more and more bad news to the Ukrainian forces. So more need to be done to secure the front lines of the Ukrainian forces, and also to keep their ground standing. Otherwise, the Russian forces are attacking from different directions. Of course, from the east, there's no much attack, but from the south and also from the north, which means they are now aiming to enclose the enclavement around Lysychansk, and that will trap thousands of Ukrainian forces around that area. We'll wait to see how the developments around Lyman and also around from the south around Bahamut will form, so that if Russian forces can succeed within today and tomorrow to occupy these areas, then it's really bad for the Ukrainian forces. So we are tracking the developments, and we are checking to see how the Ukrainian forces can recover from the losses that they are facing at the moment. But we just hope that the Ukrainian forces can make amends, build more stronger, unified front lines, and then be able to stand against the advancing Russian forces. So that's it, guys, for today. And for the meantime, thank you for tuning into the updates, and we'll give more updates as they come. And have a good day, and please subscribe, and also remember to come back to the channel. This is our channel. Together we'll be sharing the updates as they come, so as to see how this war will be progressing. Have a good day.